that song.
Sam, you're already fired.
I wasn't expecting that. I loved it.
It's just, it gives me Power Rangers vibes, and that's what I feel like.
It was great. It was great. You did spell Lavinia's surname wrong again.
It's deliberate now.
I fired myself and Alex earlier today, so Science and Sorcery is currently accepting applications for new, all of the positions need to be filled at this point.
Jazz, you're in charge now.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want that?
Oh boy. Good evening, welcome to Science and Sorcery, the show where science communicators play Dungeons and Dragons, except tonight we're not playing Dungeons and Dragons, we're just killing Big Pharma with a bunch of random lists and the power of chaos.
It's still D&D.
It's still D&D. We're still D&D characters. I am Dathmar. I am your favorite half-orc cleric of the goddess Ikea, Lavinia. I am, as always, joined by producer Sam, who is the worst bard in the world, Reginar Foot, and the legend that is Jazz playing the legend that is Dream, the everyone's favorite cultish tabaxi. Yeah. We were meant to have a Boomslang. We were meant to have a Khalil. We don't know if he's alive at this point. So if you know if he's alive, let us know in the chat. Maybe he'll turn up. We'll see. If not, Boomslang is having a big acid trip and he's unavailable at the moment. So he's just lying on the floor staring at the ceiling going, "Ooh, pretty." For the next, 4 hours. And Alex isn't here. Alex, our wonderful DM, is on holiday to visit the wonderful Jess McLaughlin. So Alex has left, for once, not Sam in charge, because I'm here, but also I've had 3 hours of sleep, so I don't know if that's better or worse. And yeah, we're gonna do some chaos. We're gonna... Sam, do you want to do the opening spiel for what it is we're actually doing? What our heroes are doing here in Melditz today, this evening?
Of course.
Before flashback to before the campaign started?
Yes, so that is what we'll say is
Part 3, yes. Part 3 of the flashback series.
If you've seen when Reg met BS or the Organ Man Must Die, that is what we're doing tonight. Yep. There's no DM, so there's no rules. Well, there are some loose rules, but we're going to basically come up with some lore and canon. It's going to be absolute chaos. If you're watching in the chat, please help us build on that chaos.
Yes.
But the opening spiel, here's what we're doing tonight. Sometimes you make a deal to complete a mission, and sooner or later you have to pay your dues. When freeing themselves from eternal servitude to the Organ Man, Boomslang, Reginar, and Dream made a deal with a beaver monster hunter named Beryl, aka Tracker, to help her take down her biggest and most terrifying monster to date, Big Pharma. Now the time has come to fulfill our obligation. And we guess Lavinia's along for the ride too?
She has her reasons.
Once a year, there is a strange meeting where the most opulent tractors and combine harvesters you can imagine drive through the city. They're made of solid gold and studded with jewels, while masked figures in elaborate costumes themed on farmyard animals head to the high-security short manor to have the big farmer's ball. Unbeknownst to the general public, this is where the wealthiest of pharmaceutical executives meet once a year to gleefully share stories of how they fucked people over and got richer doing it. The 3 so-called Knights of Pharmageddon are all in attendance. And if you can defeat all of them without raising too much suspicion, the anthropomorphic personification of Big Pharma will be destroyed. For this financial year anyway. And everyone will get drastically reduced medical costs. So we've been provided with the costumes of Illusion Goose, Immovable Rod, and Alan the Super Cow in order to blend in, as well as passes to the event. We've just got to get in and take the 3 Knights of Pharmageddon out with anyone catching on to what we're up to. And Tracker will be on comms to provide assistance.
Exciting.
So I'll give a little profile of who our 3 Knights of Pharmageddon are. We have Shanlin Scorthall, who is the leader of Spice Corp. He's dressed as a rooster. Monstrous
Please
Deeds he's
don't
known
sue
for.
us, Sam Riegel. Please don't sue us.
Yeah, Sam Riegel, Matt Mercer. Nothing to do with us.
Hi.
It's to do with Alex, who's not
You
here
can
tonight.
try, see what
Sue
happens.
them. Sue
Jazz, no. No.
They have a lot
Don't
of
threaten critical
Don't
role,
antagonize.
please.
We can't battle with
Look,
Critical
I
Role.
will criticize the government of the country I am a guest in as much as possible. I'm not criticizing Critical Role on stream when we go to murder one of their OCs because... No. Not happening. Not happening. I can
So,
hear the
what-
SWAT teams.
Monstrous deeds from Shanlin Scorthall include they deal the highly addictive drug spice as toothpaste and bribe off anyone who tries to investigate the spice business. They hold a monopoly on vegan blood substitute for vampires and charge 500 times the manufacturing cost. They have a long history of using orphan puppeteers to lubricate their manufacturing plant for no reason at all. And they hold exclusive rights to manufacture treatments for 72 sentient species so that they can price gouge.
Oh, Martin
Well, a
Shkreli.
monster. They're dying first.
So Shanlin, Scott Hall, we're going for them. We've also got Profitotron, the leader of the pharmaceutical company 0003. They're a robot accountant and they have a costume of a pig. They have monopolized consumer-grade cybernetics, including drugs that prevent the body from rejecting components. They've cut support for all older models, leaving many cyborgs forced to upgrade at great cost or die. They've switched to a subscription model, so in many instances, cyborgs have to pay to live, which is called PTL. And they have budget-end cybernetic senses that have been known to illegally collect private data to sell on to other corporations. That's number 2.
They're a monster, they must die.
Sorry?
So that's also a monster, and they also must die.
Yep.
Yes.
And we also have Edward Coli, who's the leader of Germ Giant, is definitely not a giant sentient bacterium. They're dressed as a turkey, and monstrous deeds are known for our diluting medicines, so they won't work most of the time. Increasing the prices on successful medicines so no one can afford them, and then putting out confusingly packaged placebos. You've got lots of radical, successful new treatments that get suspiciously left to them in the wills of their creators who die suspiciously, and then the treatment is only made available to the hyper rich. And Alex has just added in, I don't know, there's just something suspicious about this guy.
Is it because he looks like a giant sentient bacterium, but
Oh,
he
he's-
definitely isn't?
Definitely not a giant sentient
No.
bacterium. So that is Edward Coli, Profitotron, and Shanlin Scorthall. We have 2 and a bit hours to kill them all.
And
I think
more
it's
strange
off.
people to encounter along the way.
Yeah, we won't go into that, but there are.
No,
there are- yeah.
we'll see what happens there.
Okay, strap in, folks. For those who are watching,
Be
this
a wild ride.
Reginar is going to say straight off from the bat that I'm not fucking dressing as the immovable rod.
I will.
I want to see Lavinia as a giant goose. Because she's like 6.5 feet tall at least, so she is a giant illusion goose.
So,
Which I like to think is just a goose costume that is invisible.
do you feel
It's
like
like
maybe if you're wearing the illusion goose that you have advantage on stealth checks?
I think so, yeah.
Cool.
I think the immovable rod costume has like a lighter near the butt.
And you get a knife.
And you have a knife, yes, you get an extra knife.
Perfect.
But it has to come out of the mouth.
That's fine.
And Alan the super cow has milk, I guess.
I can lactate.
Yeah.
On
But
demand.
Reginar does normally, doesn't he?
Well, we've not talked about that, but yeah.
Not on stream, at least.
On stream, no. So I imagine that we've got our passes. We're ready to go in.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start off that I'm dressed as a cow. You're dressed as a goose, and Jazz, you're dressed as a horse.
Yep.
And we've turned up at the gates to the Big Pharma's ball at Short Manor.
All right.
What we doing?
Well, I've heard a lot about this ball in my years in Melda, but I've never thought I would be attending it, and definitely not to go and kill people, but, you know, I'm not mad about it.
It's just another cult, just another guys. But what we need to first do is stake out the place, find out where everybody is.
I mean, I think we should just, we should go in, and then we should have a look around for them. And then, yeah, I think we'll manage to kill everyone.
I'm a little bit worried about the fact that, like, Dream, that you're referring to this as a cult. Like,
it is a bit like a cult.
yeah, but we need to, like, Lavinia, we need to keep an eye on Dream this evening.
Oh. Oh, okay. Is she? Are they prone to cults?
Oh yes, you're new to this group.
Yes, yes. We met yesterday when I patched you up after you killed the organ man.
Dream is very prone to joining a cult.
Okay.
There was a cult involved in killing the organ man. You might have met the Peapod people.
I did. Yeah, I saw them leaving. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
They were yelling about an apocalypse.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens every other day in Meltwood, so you kind of stop paying attention to all the apocalypse noise. But
so yeah, we might need to drag Dream kicking and screaming out of here,
right,
rather than joining a cult.
Well, we can lock her in the room that we left your other friend in, because he was freaking out about rabbits trying to eat his eyes.
Yeah, that's Boomslang. He does that. You'll get used to it.
I've seen that exact direct combination many times, so there's really nothing you can do about it except, just let it
happen.
Yeah.
Dream is just
nice padded room, and
Dream's just stood there like I'm right here.
Yeah, but we have to have these frank conversations, Dream. It's been a problem in the past.
I do want to warn you as well, because you've not. I mean, I'm sure you've noticed all my friends, all my sharks.
Yeah, what's this all about?
I have they follow me around basically, and they're friendly, unless you attack me. So don't do that. But around dusk, they tend to just frenzy. So that might be a good way to kill one of these guys, because the sharks will just tear them to bits. But maybe don't come too close.
So what time of day are we at just now? Do you think
I
it's
feel like it'll be like maybe an
afternoon?
hour before at this point. Like they start
5
kind of early, but then they go all night.
Yeah.
But just to make it look respectable, they're like, "Oh, we'll start at 5." The real party doesn't start till 8, but
8?
everyone shows up early.
Whoa,
everyone shows up early for like the press photos and stuff.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, right. And then at like 7:30 they close the gates, and that's when all the evil stuff starts happening.
Does everyone like my cape? Like, this is new for me. Like this cape, like this cow that's got a cape.
I met this really this gnomish fashion designer once. She was always yelling about no capes, but I think it looks good. Her name was Medna Ode, I think. She used to be quite famous.
Out of game, Disney, please don't.
Disney, I dare you! It's Pixar now.
Okay, so we need to make our way into Short Manor. How are we doing it?
I think we have tickets. We just walk in.
I know, but
we're in costume.
It doesn't mean that we would just walk in.
Yes, it does. What do you do? What do you do when you have a ticket to an event, Sam? You sneak in the back door.
I'm not talking about Sam. I'm talking about the flaming heteros. Like, we might choose like, we've got passes, but we'll still try and break in via the roof.
Lavinia is just walking straight in. She hasn't figured this part of your dynamic out yet. She's walking in. She's walking into the grounds. And I assume there is like some insane like Prosecco tower or something.
Yeah, so I'd imagine that as we come in, there's going to be like a couple of waiters that are all going to be dressed as like
Penguins.
West Country farmers that are all like giving us stuff. Like everyone else is dressed as farm animals, but I feel like it's like West Country style wait staff that are serving Prosecco.
Yes.
I'm gonna take one.
Me too.
I'm gonna take 2.
I'll take one then.
Cool.
I swat a shark away as it tries to steal my drink.
That happen often.
So, we've entered
Occasionally.
into the short manner.
Yes.
Jazz, could you roll a d20?
Oh,
I
yeah. What's the first room
can,
we walk into?
if I can find it. I don't know.
You want me to
My
roll the
head's
first
not.
one?
I had a very spicy dinner today, so I feel like my brain's just melted.
We have approximately 2 brain cells between the 3 of us then, so that's great.
What?
Um,
Give me like 5 seconds to actually catch up. I am totally with it this evening. Right. That's a 10.
So, as we head in to the mansion, we find ourselves in a disco where it appears to be like constantly raining down high denomination money as confetti. So like $100 bills are just like floating down from like these big farmers just have so much money that they're just throwing it out like confetti. Bit of
Okay,
an
I'll
odd room.
grab a few.
Yeah, Reginald's going to take like as many as he can get and just like stuff it into his waistcoat.
this is why these people, they all need to die. The poor working people are just, well, poor, and they just have parties like this. I imagine the DJ at this disco is DJ BJ.
Oh no! Or DJ Khaled, just straight up.
Oh,
DJ
it's just
Khaled.
DJ Khaled. Yeah, that makes sense as well, actually.
DJ Khaled going to us.
What?
All right, next merch is gonna be insert blank. Don't sue us, please.
What else do we see around the room? This is just a chance for you both to like lower like insert.
I imagine that there's like a big TV screen above the DJ like station, which is just showing videos of like poor people dying from treatable illnesses. And there's
Yeah,
like
there's
rich
definitely a
people,
cult.
like rich people laughing at that.
See, this is definitely a cult. Can you not see this?
Oh, trust me, I am a healer, and I'm not one of these kinds of healers, so I make no money. I'm well aware of the cults that this is. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to join this cult because this is just, I don't know, bad vibes. If that's possible in a cult.
So
I think that's the point of a lot of them, actually.
No. You don't understand. Like there's different vibes in the cult. Most of them are actually just generally they're just looking for a community, looking for friends. This one, no.
Sometimes you just want another P to join your pod.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, these guys don't want that. They want to turn the peas into mushy peas. Mushy peas are gross, so I don't like them.
I'm very confused as to what's going on then.
I think it makes sense, sort of. I suppose some people think of all religion as cults, so technically I'm in a cult. But
you are. What's your cult like?
We just build a lot of furniture.
Oh, that sounds very cultish.
Well, it's a religion, but yes, we have we're not just in one place. I guess we're kind of multi-dimensional. We eat a lot of meatballs.
Very big cult. Like that. That's cool. I think we'll get along just fine.
Right. Yes.
As this conversation is going on, Dream, you notice that just over your shoulder, that a very, very tall, Victorian-looking, slender man appears. And Reginar just goes, "Fuck, Dream. That is Jacobin Rhesus Morgoth. This is
I've heard of him.
He's a slender man. He produces Jacobin's patent children's elixir. but he hasn't actually made any in years. Apparently, he sneaks into children's rooms at night and steals back the medicine from their blood.
It's how he's lived for so long, yes.
What do you like to do? I'm happy to kill him.
It's a bit early in the evening. We should wait until there's more people, so we're not
No
the
such
only
thing
ones
as too
around.
early to murder people.
I've heard that Jacobin Rhesus Morgoth is a very good friend of Edward Colli. I've heard that they went to school together. It was a place called Messy Eton, I think. It's some fancy school. I don't know why they went to school, because they were adults when they got to Melded, but then they went to this school where you become even richer.
Yeah.
Yes. If you don't go to Messy Eton, you can never be in power. And I don't know. I've heard all the walls are made of meringue. It's a very strange place, but I applied for a job there, to be honest, as school nurse, but they don't like poor people. So I didn't get the job. But we should ask him if he's seen Edward Colli.
Dream, I think you should take this one.
Talk to this guy?
Mm-hmm. He's in a cult. You might join in.
Okay.
Is Dream into the type of cult that steals children's blood?
No.
I don't know how many cults you've actually been in, Dream. Like, you might have been in a couple.
I mean,
There's been at least one cult. At least one cult has stolen children's blood, Dream. Let's be real.
No. I ethically source my cults that I join.
Okay.
Just to throw into here, Jacobin is dressed as a scarecrow.
Yes.
Of course. Okay.
I like to think his arms are just sticking out to the side. And that's just how he's walking.
And in those computer games, just that spawns NPC and just can't get out of the pose.
Yeah.
Okay. What am I asking? This scarecrow?
We're looking for Edward Colli, and they went to school together, so maybe he knows where Edward Colli is.
Okay. Hey, scarecrow dude. Have you seen E. coli guy?
Oh,
hello.
Edward!
Oh, I thought I was doing it because I was.
You are doing a scarecrow impression.
Go for it. You had an idea. Go for it. You do it.
You were looking for Edward. You were looking for Edward. Edward is a good friend of mine. It's just like a turkey tonight. Did you know? He wants to be the scarecrow, but I am the scarecrow. So, I don't know what this accent is I'm doing, but I like it.
It's very similar.
Whatever it is, Dreams thinking in the back of the head. I wish I could kill this guy.
Last I checked, Edward was in he was in the potluck room, just through those doors over there. Yes, and he points across the room, and you see these big open archway that leads into a room that's look like tables with like trays and like bowls of stuff set up. So looks like that's where the buffet is. And you do see something dressed in a turkey costume.
And that's
waddling between the tables. Huh?
And the not bacterium is near the food.
It's what the dice decided. Yes.
Well, we need to intercept quickly.
Would you like to later come back to my house where everything is benches and we just lounge on benches the whole time? And my nanny comes and looks after us all.
No, goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. I have to go kill more children now.
As we're leaving, Reginar wants to have a rummage in his pockets.
Oh, go ahead and roll a stealth check, I guess.
Yeah. A stealth check.
Sorry, a sleight of hand. I mean, I wasn't actually looking at any stats.
It's a 31.
Oh, wow, okay. I decided to roll for the perception check, and it's a natural 20, so I don't know what we do now.
Oh!
Well.
I feel like he notices.
Okay. Yep.
But as your hand was going into his pocket, because all the money's raining down from the ceiling, your hand accidentally like skimmed a couple of notes as it was going in, and he actually, when he catches you, you're putting money into his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Oh, are we playing the money pocket game? I love this game!" And he starts grabbing money and stuffing it into other people's pockets. And as he's doing this, you manage to take your hands out, and you do manage to take out the rest of what was in his pocket. You leave the money, but you take out a little bottle that on it says blood of the children. And there is also a little statue of himself. It's like the stopper is like it's just a statue of himself.
Can I do an Arcana check on the statue?
Sure.
I feel like he's the sort of person who'll infuse it with the children's blood and introducing things for Alex.
Just to clarify for the chat, he doesn't kill the children. He puts them to sleep. He then steals their blood. So he's not killing them per se, but he's not just putting them to sleep either. This is not a harmless man. What did you roll, Sam?
I rolled a 15.
Okay. There is something magical about it. But as you look at it, and do you open the vial?
No.
Okay. So you are an experienced master of the arcane, and you do know that the magic coming off of this is some kind of curse. And you get the impression that should you open this vial ever, a curse will be placed upon you or whoever it is who opens it. So you have a cursed vial of children's blood, I guess. And I have found a random table with 100 curses, so if this ever comes up during a stream, we'll pull that back up and we'll see what happens.
Cursed vial of children's blood from Jacobin Morgoth. That'll be fun for Alex at another point.
I am pretty sure that Lavinia is capable of lifting curses, but I'll need to double check that. So we'll find out at a later time.
I guess we're going through to the buffet room, the potluck room.
Yes, and as we enter, it isn't. We assumed it was food, but as we walk in, you see that it's actually there's like all the bowls are filled with ice. And there's like syringes and little glass bottles and stuff in them, and all the trays have like pills laid out on them and like different powders. And because this potluck is actually for all the new narcotics which everyone's invented in the last year. And Edward Colai is walking amongst them, dressed as a turkey. And does someone want to roll another D10 to see who else might be in this room?
Do you want to roll that because you've not rolled yet?
Sure. Oh, that's true. I haven't. Ooh. We also see a woman dressed like an emu. Except looking closer, it's not actually a costume so much as it is just this woman. This is Phyllis Greystone, attorney at law, who is a literal harpy. Who has got the production of many more powerful healing spells outlawed on minor technicalities, so therefore giving the people at this party much more business. And as we walk in, and as Lavinia sees Phyllis Greystone, she just looks so angry, because Phyllis Greystone is the reason Lavinia is a poor cleric instead of, being able to actually help more people. Because basically all the really powerful, like, high-level spells have been outlawed. So no heal spell is permitted, and Lavinia's not happy about it. And yes, the emu is talking to the turkey.
Well, that sentence.
What do we want to do? Like, how do
Billy,
we?
do you want to punch them? You look like you want to punch the emu.
I would love to punch the emu.
That would be great.
But I have something better.
Ooh.
Because I assume we've been here a little while now, and the sun is starting to set.
Ooh.
And Lavinia will... also dressed as a bird, so this does seem appropriate. Illusion Goose Lavinia will walk up to Phyllis and... I'm losing all these names. Edward Colai. And as she does, she spots a vial on one of the tables and grabs it. And it is just another vial that's just filled with blood. It's from this weird company called Theranos. They thought, like, oh, if you just give us a drop of blood, we can tell you everything that's wrong with you. Ha ha, Henry Kissinger supports us. They can't sue us, they're bankrupt. I think. Don't correct me, chat.
No.
And she walks up and she just very subtly, like, rolls the vial, like, down her leg so it's on the ground. And she just comes... Oh, Phyllis Greystone. It is Phyllis, isn't it?
So this is going to be an attempt at a Mrs. Doubtfire style accent.
Yes.
I apologise to the late Robin Williams for not getting a Scottish accent. Hello, dear. Yes, there's Phyllis. Hello.
Oh, and you must be Edward Colai. I've heard so much about you. Phyllis, I just wanted to say, I am so grateful to you that you have outlawed all those useful, accessible healing spells and, you know, only made the really tricky stuff available. Or, you know, people having to go and to back alley healing clinics for their cure wounds and things. And Edward, I mean, none of your medicines work. It's incredible. People keep coming back to me asking for more because it doesn't work ever. But they don't know this, and there's nothing else available. And, you know, I'm so glad that I'm meeting you here at this party, and I'm gonna crush the vial of blood under my heel. And the DJ Khaled just did one of his, like, DJ Khaled-y yells, so the noise is covered. And at the smell of the blood, the sharks just start to frenzy all around Lavinia, as she just stands there very calm, and the sharks start tearing into everyone within 5 feet of her.
Oh no, just...
So this is Reginar Dream's introduction to Lavinia. His brutal shark murder.
And she's like, wow, I love her.
What the fuck is going on?
This is amazing!
Hold on, where's my shark? There we go.
Lavinia is creative. I like that.
Lavinia's got one trick, and it is sharks or smash. There are two things she can do. That's not one trick, but you know what I mean.
So, in this moment, Edward Colai,
yes,
who we haven't fully introduced, is obviously dressed as a turkey,
yes,
but is also a duplicating barbarian.
yes.
So is going to be attacked by the sharks.
A lot of sharks.
And then be able to instantaneously duplicate and be at the other side of the room.
I think duplicates, not teleport, though. I think he just splits into multiple barbarians.
So how many barbarians have we got then?
At this point, there's like at least 10 of them, but they're all really small comparatively. I think like Edward started out, like Edward was a pretty big guy, and now there's like 10 littler ones, and the sharks just keep tearing in, and
all dressed
just
as
more
turkeys.
E. coli's keep forming.
All dressed as turkeys.
Okay.
But I feel like some of the Edward Colis are starting to get out of the shark zone.
Okay.
And Lavinia is staying put because she doesn't necessarily want to kill... She was mostly trying to kill Phyllis, who I assume at this point is very badly beat up by ghost sharks.
I would say that Phyllis is not quite dead yet. There's just been
No, so Lavinia's staying put
Mhm.
until Phyllis is dead.
Okay.
But the Edward Colis are starting to like run away, so
how many
we haven't killed them yet.
Okay, Dream, I think we're up at this point. I feel like we don't, like, the sharks feel as though that they're gonna get away, well, Lavinia's gonna get away with it because the sharks are sharks.
At this point,
What?
Lavinia's just started screaming and going, "Oh my god, the sharks are out of control!
So we need
Who
to do
brought
something.
blood? Oh my goodness!"
We need to do something about these tiny turkey bacteriums without everyone.
Are they
noticing.
all still wearing turkey costumes?
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
the
they
costume
absolutely-
replicate? Good.
Yeah. So they're just running around like making gobbling noises,
Outrageous suspicion.
squishing them. Is that what you're thinking?
I guess so. Are they that small? Okay, they're that small. Just need to somehow get in range and then just accidentally, oops, I moved over here as they were walking.
So, are there any like serving staff or chefs that are kicking around Lavinia?
Well,
Dark
no,
Market?
because it's not a potluck with food, it's a potluck with medicine.
Oh, but you can still cook. You know, it's in Breaking
But it's
Bad.
not in this room. This is the medicine potluck room, Sam. God, have you never been to a party before?
Well, what if
Medicine in
they're
some
like,
dimension.
but basically what I'm trying to get at, what if there's anyone kind of cutting lines of stuff?
Oh no, yes, there's like a meth cook. It's just Walter White from Breaking Bad. He's also here.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
He's just off in a corner wearing like a Dad Loves Barbecues apron or some shit.
Okay, Reginar is going to go up to Walter White and
Master Chef Rejects. I don't know what his apron says.
Reginar is going to go up to the table next to Walter White,
Yeah.
and knock on the table and say, "I am the one who knocked and cast charm person."
Ooh, is that a saving throw?
It is, yes.
Okay, yeah, that's an 11, so that'll fail.
Okay. So Walter White is now my friend, and I am going to ask Walter White to pick up the nearest, like, blunt or sharp instrument that they have and say,
He's holding
Thank-
a big knife.
"It's
He was
Thanksgiving."
like, yeah, he was at this moment he was cutting lines of cocaine, but with
Yeah.
like a butcher's cleaver, and in the other hand he has a credit card.
So, okay, Reginald's going to say, "Get rid of the cleaver, use the credit card. It's Thanksgiving." And
And what does Walter White do at this point, Sam? Because I haven't seen all of Breaking Bad.
oh, nothing. Oh, this is just like, it's Thanksgiving. There's turkeys.
Oh,
there's
to cut up the
them.
turkeys.
But do it with a blunt instrument. Make it as difficult as possible.
Right. Yeah, Walter White just sort of, he's really tall in Melded. His legs have grown exponentially, so it's like he's wearing stilts. So he just steps over the table. And he starts like boomeranging the credit card, and as he boomerangs one, he takes another one out and starts boomeranging that one, and you don't actually know how many he's thrown because they're just everywhere. The sharks are everywhere, and everything is screaming, and the feathers go flying as these turkeys start getting chopped into tinier and tinier pieces, until eventually it is like mush on the floor, and we're all just standing in Edward Coli. And it is at this point that Jacobin Rhys Morgoth walks into the potluck room. He goes, "Oh, a new medication we try from the floor!" And he starts eating it. And all the other rich people join in, and they just go, "Oh, this must be something new!" And shockingly, despite the fact that none of Edward Coley's medication actually worked, and he had all the placebos and diluted all of his medication, he himself is a very potent medicine. But it is one of the side effects for this. When they read out the big list of side effects in a really quick voice, one of them is will make you evil. Now, thankfully, this has no effect on any of the people eating Edward Coley because they're already evil. But some of the sharks do eat a bit of it, and they become a bit more dolphin-like for a little while.
That's not exactly making them. That doesn't mean they're nicer. Yeah, no, it made them much worse, isn't it? Like much worse than the dolphins. Yeah.
But Lavinia just bops them on the nose, and they start to quiet down now that they have frenzied and they are sated. And this is not how the amulet works, but Alex isn't here to tell me that isn't how it works. So fight me, Alex. We have killed one person. I don't think the other two are going to be as easy.
No, that was particularly easy. I feel like we need to get out of here.
Yes.
But meanwhile, while this has all been going on over the table where Walter White was, Reginar's just been making coffee for people, and just kind of making latte art and squeezing in, handing out coffees. This has been really tough, isn't it? What a night! And it's you might need a little bit of caffeine to keep you going.
So some other staff members who also all look like Walter White, but with different sized legs. None of them have the same sized legs.
All bald, the goatees.
Yes, but just some of them are really tiny legs. Some of them are there's one guy who's straddling the house outside. Basically, that's how long his legs are. It's really weird. You don't know what happened here. But they start coming in and they're like, oh, the medication, it spilled everywhere, and they start cleaning up. And we can make our way out of the room. I have a question for Reginar. Given we are in a room that is filled with basically experimental drugs, do you take some with you for Boomslang?
Of course I do. I was waiting for the point to be I wish BS was here. You'll need something for that come down, so I think we need to take a handful of, let's take one of everything.
Okay. You actually, if you just want one of everything, there are goodie bags by the door.
Oh, perfect. So I'd rather goodie bags.
It's if you wanted more of a certain thing. And Phyllis is no more. Phyllis has been basically wholly consumed by sharks. Sorry, Alex, I know we're only meant to kill 3 people.
Watching it all happening now.
So how suspicious do you two think we've been so far?
Well, you just Lavinia, you've just had a bit of a, oh my god, I'm so sorry about all of these sharks. This is awful.
Lavinia's apologizing to everyone, and everyone's like, it's okay. We all have ghost shark accidents sometimes.
They're
it happens to the best of us.
They're just learning. They're training.
Ghost sharks are so uncontrollable, and they've calmed down now. It's fine. What do you mean you can't take off the amulet that they're following around? It's fine. All right. So we're not too
I feel like
suspicious.
Walter White has to have had something done to him at this point.
The other Walter Whites are pinning the initial Walter White down to the ground as the big Walter White is still trying to throw credit cards into the big pile of goo that's now on the floor.
Mate, you can stop. You can stop now. Reginald just shouts at him.
Yeah, probably.
We miss you, Bill.
We got high on water.
Okay. So, we have left the placebo room. Sam, what room have we entered?
We have entered...
Also, there's no hallways here. Clearly, we're just going from weird room to weird room.
Yeah. Wait a minute. We've entered a room that apparently does not exist.
Oh! Is it room 12?
No, it's not even room 12.
What?
It was room 6.
6! Alex is fired.
So we have entered into, instead, a room where there appears to be a lot of cheering, a lot of people screaming and throwing more money into the air. Occasionally, some of them start to cheer. Others look like downtrodden, like they've lost lots of money. And in the middle, there's a ring, which looks like some sort of racing circuit. And above it, there's just like giant neon letters that are saying, "Your last chance to see." This is the endangered species racing circuit.
What animals currently racing? What animals are racing?
So currently there's a kakapo that is like being forced to sprint. Which like
no animals were harmed in the making of this broadcast.
This is all imaginary. But we've got a kakapo that is racing. We have also got. I'll try to think of endangered species now. There's lots of them out there, so why can't you remember them? We've got a proboscis monkey.
Oh, the poor
with a big,
thing.
giant, horrible nose. There's a Scottish wildcat, which just looks like a regular cat.
It's just a tabby.
Yeah, it's just a tabby cat.
And I feel like the last thylacine is here.
The last thylacine?
This is where it's been. And an ivory-billed woodpecker.
No, that someone thought it was an ivory-billed woodpecker.
Yeah, it's another woodpecker.
And someone's just like painted its beak. Like,
Yeah.
it's definitely an ivory-billed woodpecker.
Yeah. And the thylacine is actually a padamalone. But no one here has ever seen one of those in real life either, so we're just like, it's a thylacine! But it's just a padamalone.
So it's a padamalone, aka thylacine.
Yes.
We've got a kakapo. We've got a Scottish wildcat.
We've got a proboscis monkey.
Proboscis monkey.
And a painted woodpecker.
Okay. What else do we see in the room, like people-wise?
I think most of the people in here are wearing top hats, made out of different endangered animal furs.
That sounds about right.
There's a few that look a bit too much like Dream for Comfort.
Dream's like,
And I feel, if that is the case, I feel like our future landlord might be here. I feel like this might be where we meet Siegfried. Because everything he owns is leopard print. But he looks uncomfortable to be here. And his leopard print is fake. And I think he's walked into the wrong party. He's dressed as a leopard, while everyone else is barn animals, so it's a bit confusing.
So in this moment, Reginar dressed as the cow was going to go up to Siegfried and go,
Yeah.
I can tell that what you're wearing is fake, and I know that you think that it is better to do that. But did you know that's actually worse for the environment?
You'd rather I skin your friend here?
No.
It's a dream.
I'd rather you didn't wear either.
Dream's like, what?
But your faux fur is killing the planet.
We're not on a planet.
Well, it's killing the multiversal plane that we're in. Sorry, it's been a long couple of months.
There have been holes in the multiversal ozone layer recently, that's true.
And it's your fault.
Oh god! Oh god! It's all my fault! I must make amends!
Can I sign you up to my membership scheme? And at that point, Reginar is going to pull out like a monthly membership donation to WWF, basically.
WWU.
WWU.
I don't know what the WW stands
I
for
was gonna say,
either.
what's
Worldwide,
that for?
isn't it?
World Wildlife
Animal
Foundation.
Wilds? What?
Yeah,
I
World
don't-
Wildlife Foundation is what it actually stands
Yes.
for.
Okay, so it's UWF then.
Yeah.
Universe Wildlife Foundation.
Yeah. Melded, no, MWF. It's
Yes, melded Wildlife.
Melded Wildlife Foundation. Just for like 100 gold per month, like you could save like so many people.
Yes, yeah, oh, of course I'll sign up. I'm clearly... Oh, I thought I was doing the right thing by showing all the people here that you didn't have to kill the endangered animals. You could wear fake versions of the endangered animals instead, and instead they've got this painted bird and oh, this is horrible. Yes, he's immediately signing.
So in the small print
Yep.
for this sign up, there's just like a rental agreement where we now have a place to stay. But we're being paid to stay there now.
Oh,
So you'll find
so
us
you're
out.
technically his landlord now? Is that
Yeah.
how this works?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're his landlords, but we've moved into his house. Yeah,
Yes.
it's reverse.
Yes.
Like,
But it's
that's
just you, though. It's not anyone else.
I can sublet. Like it's also
okay. Alright,
yeah.
okay.
So,
But that means you have to pay us money instead of the other way around.
no, I just give you it for free. I just like give
Okay.
it for free.
Sam, you're so close to becoming a bastard landlord at this point. Share the profits.
No, I'm keeping it.
Uh,
Reginald,
Siegfried takes a copy of the rental agreement, and he doffs his fake leopard print top hat and puts it back on top of his leopard hat.
No, he's not, because I'm gonna take it. As he doffs
So
it.
he doffs it and you grab it.
I'm like, oh, thank you very much, and then I stamp on it. I like put a hole through it and then hand it back to him.
Right, yes. Lovely to meet you. I look forward to whatever it is I get from this membership.
Look at me. I am the boss now.
What? Oh dear. Oh, you're my new tenants. I was looking for some. Brilliant. Well, this is just wonderful. You'll love my chef. And he leaves. He does not seem put out at all by the fact that you have scammed him into paying you for being his tenant and also ruining his life.
That's how you play an Uno card, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what that means.
Just going reverse on people. And that's canon. That's how we now have a place to stay.
Yes.
I like it.
Jazz, would you like to roll a d10 again? See if we meet anyone else interesting here.
9.
Can you roll another one?
I can. A2.
Okay, so taking bets in this room is a man who will be familiar to anyone who has spent some time in Melbourne. It is a very short, very old dwarven man named Utwar Ingotsom the Eighth. And he is the investment banker who funds most of these businesses, and he is infamous in Melbourne for going to restaurants and then asking for certain dishes that are not on the menu, and when they are brought to him, he insists that they were made wrong, and he makes them do it again, to the point where this just keeps going, to the point where he ends up standing next to the chef, yelling instructions at him. And then when he finally eats, he sprinkles gold flakes on all of his food. And he's dressed like a goat.
Can we kick the
And he is currently taking the bets, but you can see he's like pocketing the money, basically. Like, not all of it, but he's just pocketing bits of the money that people hand him for their bets. He doesn't actually seem to be keeping track of anything. It's just theft.
What you doing, Dream? This seems like
Ideally, not be in this room. Not gonna lie, this is probably the most uncomfortable I've felt ever. But we're here now. Are any of our targets here?
You do spot, a guy dressed like a pig. He is currently harassing an aardvark.
harassing how?
It is the aardvark is in fact another person. So this is a sentient aardvark. but Profitotron is just going... What's Profitotron's voice sound like? Hold on. Ha! 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 I am like you, look at my nose! Ha! 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 And the aardvark's like, man, that's not funny. This is just what I look like. And Profitotron's like poking his own fake pig snout and then poking the aardvark's nose. And that's all that's happening.
Right, I'm going over there and sort this guy out. I'm not tolerating bullying other sentient animals like myself. I'm going to go over there and be like, oi, stop it.
Huh, huh, oi, stop it. Huh, huh.
Can I unleash the knife that's in the movable rod?
You want to do the immovable rod knife through the mouth hole of the horse head.
Yeah.
I'm picturing this as one, you know those fake horse heads that were all the rage for a while?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm picturing.
Okay, perfect.
And then out of the mouth, just a knife.
We do
gotta
that
get us one of these
threaten,
horse heads.
just to threaten, not to stab, just to threaten.
Okay.
Be like, cut it out.
Oh! Knife! That is not funny.
Yeah, neither are you, mate. Piss off.
I do not piss.
I don't get... Get out of here!
What are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to intimidate them?
Try to go to leave the aardvark alone.
Okay,
And
make
then
an intimidation check.
Yes, okay. Let me see. What is my intimidation? Okay, cool. So what do I roll 20?
Yeah, just the d20 and then your
Yeah.
intimidation modifier, which...
That's a 20.
Okay.
Not a maximum, but a 20.
Profitotron does look a little afraid, and
Good.
does start just back up slightly and go, hey, I was just kidding! Ha ha! Ha!
Keep laughing, mate. I'm gonna remove that record box or whatever the fuck is how you speak.
Reginar's just going to walk up next to Dream and just go, I smell bacon.
I didn't understand that.
My phone didn't understand.
Why not phone? It's bacon. Everyone
Maybe
understands bacon.
that's Profitotron speaking. Like, that's exactly
That was actually, Profitotron has a built-in robot assistant inside his own robot self. Shut up, Cheryl!
Cheryl.
Cheryl the robot assistant. Oink!
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I am dressed like a pig! Ha ha! Ha!
Mate, you're weird.
I have human sense of humor! Ha ha!
What humans have you been speaking to?
His name is Zarg Muckerberg, and he programmed me as a small child, and then I gained consciousness and developed into Profitotron!
Question. How risky would it be to cast fear on him right now?
He's already a bit scared, so honestly, you could probably get away with that, I think. No one's paying that much attention to you, because at this point, the woodpecker has gotten, and the wildcat, which is just a cat, have started fighting, and now they're taking bets on which of those is gonna win, and the Padamalon is escaping. So there's a group of people chasing that, and there's a group of people, like the woodpecker's up in the air, and someone's like grabbed the cat and is like holding the cat up to the woodpecker, and it's not going well for anything in the race, or... The creatures seem unharmed for now,
Okay. So,
but, like, it's just rich people who don't understand animals trying to make animals fight, and it's not working.
Okay.
So,
I'm
you can
gonna
cast
fear
Fear on him. Is that a saving throw?
Yes. Yes, it is.
That'll be a failure.
Sweet.
So, when Profitatron gets frightened, what does Profitatron do when Profitatron gets frightened?
Let's see. So
Sweat oil from...
yes.
Shit's used
To say
to
what? How? If
What did you say, Sam?
Just like shit's a USB stick.
Yeah.
Profitatron!
And
It's not a USB stick, it's actually a CD drive that just opens, and it won't close. And one of the
imagine, like,
robot
a
arms
document
is
on the
trying to close it, and every time he tries to close it, we hear Cheryl, the robot assistant, go, whatever it is that Cheryl just said earlier, I've already forgotten.
I do not
Sorry,
understand
I
that.
didn't quite get that. And Profitatron's just going, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh, and like something sparks in one of Profitatron's eyes, and then, it goes out. But it looked like there was just a small short circuit somewhere, and one of the eyes is just twitching now.
What's the aardvark up to at this point?
The aardvark has left the room.
I was just gone.
Yeah, the aardvark was like, I'm out of here. With the wrong party. I thought this was something about farmers. I'm not sticking around.
how about we yank out the eye and see what's in it? Or behind it?
Oh yes, please. Let's take out this robot's eye.
How
I mean, we gotta take him out. Let's just get started. just dismantle this
Okay,
robot.
I have an idea for how to remove this eye.
Yeah.
How would you like to remove the eye?
Reginar would like to try and grab hold of the ivory build woodpecker.
Okay, it's currently up near the ceiling,
Yeah.
but you have a new very tall half-orc friend who is definitely willing to lift you up towards the ivory built woodpecker.
Lavinia. Like,
Yes.
I know we've only just met, but
Yes.
any chance of like a boost up?
Oh yes, of course. And like cups her hands, and you just go like up into the air immediately. She's very strong.
So am I lifted or been thrown up?
Huh? No, you're
Am
being
I
lifted up, like you're
lifted?
standing like on her cupped hands, basically.
Okay.
And she's
can I
just
reach?
like boosting you up. Yeah, the ivory built woodpecker has landed on top of a bookcase. As you look at the titles of the books, they all just say "How to Evil," and like it's the same book over and over again. It just says "How to Evil." And the woodpecker is up there. It's looking a bit scared. It's like
Hey,
pecking
buddy.
at your hands.
Hey, buddy! And I reach into my pockets and take out some of the drugs from earlier. And just remove. Yeah.
Are they in pill form?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Oh
the
no!
woodpecker.
Well. Yeah, pill form. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So-
Woodpecker. This woodpecker hasn't eaten in a while. But it has also been fed most recently by people who have just been feeding it pills.
It's in conditions. Oh no! This poor woodpecker.
So it's like, well, no, like the food that the person who owns the woodpecker,
Okay.
the person who feeds it, all of the food they feed it is shaped like pills because
Oh,
they're all
okay.
pharmaceutical
Okay.
nuts. Yeah. So
Okay.
they haven't been fed drugs up
Yeah.
until now when Reginar is feeding them drugs.
What's the science of?
I am going
of
to roll a
bird?
Constitution saving throw for a woodpecker.
Yes.
I feel like this needs to happen.
Yes. Do we want to kind of have a roll off of Constitution save versus a medicine roll
Yes.
for me?
Yeah. I'll roll a straight d20, you roll a straight d20, we'll see what happens.
Does anyone have any science
I
facts?
rolled a
for what
natural one.
happens?
I rolled 3.
Good job, guys. Good job.
The woodpecker feels so sick. This is the most awful thing that's ever happened to it, and a cat almost ate it like 2 minutes ago. And also it had its beak painted with like paint that shouldn't have been used on woodpecker bills.
Lead.
Yeah, it's a lot of lead. It was just pure lead, actually, with a bit of arsenic mixed in for color.
Woodpecker's
That is gonna die.
This woodpecker is so high, it should be Boomslang's new familiar.
Why do you think I'm trying to get it?
Can birds throw up? Yes, actually, birds regularly throw up into their offspring's mouth. That is how they feed their young. Yep. Unlike giraffes, who throw up into their other stomach. Did that get brought up on Science and Sorcery, Sam?
Yes. I can't remember.
It got brought up at some point, but there you go. Giraffe fact reminder for everyone.
Do you know as well, just in terms of other facts, that like some seabirds, I can't remember which of them, but it's one of the gulls. Can't like the young will peck at the nose of the adult, and that induces vomiting.
Yeah,
and, like, it's like peck, peck, peck. Bleh.
Yeah,
breakfast. Just throwing that out there. Everyone
Parenthood doesn't sound so bad when you hear things like this, right?
No, I think I'd rather be the gull in that than a human parent. Genuinely.
Just rather not.
Just filing that under weird, but okay. Back to the woodpecker. Yeah, the woodpecker is feeling really sick, and Reginar, you've never interacted with a woodpecker before? You don't know birds, you don't know what you're doing. The only bird you've ever come close to is an illusion goose.
I can't see that thing.
Well, Lavinia is dressed like one, but it's like weirdly transparent, and mostly it's just like her in like a weird like vinyl suits. She's just like wearing her normal clothes underneath. But you don't know what you're doing. But this bird is feeling so garbage that it just kind of like collapses into your hands.
Oh,
and it's not looking great.
I think I need to help perk up a little bit.
Well, if you get the cleric to put you down.
Yeah.
There might be some cleric spells that can help with this.
Oh, cleric spells, fine. I was thinking of other things, but cleric spells.
What were you thinking of? No, let's hear Reginar's plan.
I was gonna give it a latte. Need to like make the best use of this milky costume.
You can also give it a latte. I feel like from a... You know how you shouldn't drink like certain alcohols after you've had different alcohols because they'll make you feel worse?
Yeah.
I feel like if you now give the woodpecker a milky beverage after feeding it like LSD or whatever it was, it's just gonna be sick.
Okay, so
you should let Lavinia heal it first, and then you can give it a latte.
Surprisingly, that happens with me in milkshakes. I don't know what it is about milkshakes. Makes me want to throw up after
they bring all the boys to the yard, Jazz.
Well, it's a good thing I'm gay, isn't it?
No, but that's why you're repelled by milkshakes. It doesn't. You drink a milkshake, and the universe is like, no boys in Jazz's yard.
No, thank you.
All right, Lavinia will cast a where is it? Where is this spell? A restoration on the bird. So it's just not poisoned anymore. And it's like the lead paint is like kind of fades.
It's progress.
Looks a bit better.
Give it a name.
And then you can feed it a latte, and it will enjoy the latte.
Do
not feed woodpeckers lattes. Just don't do it, please.
Hashtag psych.
Hashtag Psychon.
So it's perked up now.
Yes, it has perked up a bit.
Okay,
I assume Dream has just been staring down Profithatron this whole time? Okay, yeah, makes sense.
With the knife through the horse.
Well, and Profithatron's still trying to close the CD tray. So that's just still going. It's just
What's
stuck.
everyone else then? Are they watching? Like,
there's a couple of people who have like turned to look at what's going on. They're just like, Profithatron's had a short again. So people are kind of making fun of Profithatron. They have taken out a bunch of different types of endangered beetles, and they're now racing the beetles. The Patamalone has walked out of the room. The cat's on top of one of the bookcases having a nap.
These people are awful.
And the Kakapo has seen Reginar with a different bird and is now sitting by Reginar's feet waiting for a latte.
Oh, hi. Very big parrot. Like, it's pretty much the same size as Reginar, to be honest. Like, sitting by his feet.
It's like gently like pecking you with its beak, like kind of poking you, like, hello, may I have a latte, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll make a latte for the Kakapo.
Okay, yep. What are you doing with this woodpecker?
Now that it's because what I was worried about is like after it was so terrified, it was so scared, and so we needed to get it back to normal. Was that it'd be really limp and not really sturdy, but now that it's back to its usual thing, Reginar is just going to pick it up and ram it right into the eye with the beak, and hopefully the beak is going to go straight through enough that he can just pull back, and out comes the eye.
Go ahead and make either a strength or an animal handling check, and let us know which one you're making.
Animal handling.
Literally handling this with, oh no. This is what happens when we don't have Alex to control us.
It's a natural 20.
Oh my god.
The woodpecker, sensing that you have rescued it from a horrible fate, even if you were the one who imposed most of that horrible fate upon it, knows instinctively what it. You just have like a spiritual connection with this woodpecker, just for long enough for the woodpecker to understand. We need to poke this guy's eye out, and the whole eye pops out, and it's little sparking fuses are inside the eye, and Prophitatron at this point is going, and then just like something deep inside the face cavity, you can see through the eye. Just a little explosion. And Prophitatron powers down, the CD tray half open. And we hear Cheryl go, "I'm sorry, I didn't quite get that."
Can I just gently push him so he can fall over?
Yeah, he just.
Great, that's 2 down.
And at this point, Utror Ingotson goes, "Yeah, Prophitatron's had too much to drink already."
And I guess like other people who were like, I think that Prophitatron's going to be the drunkest tonight, go up and just like reclaim money from the dwarf.
Yeah. So he starts doling out money. People are like, "Hey, this isn't all the money, I bet." And he's like, "Fine." And he takes it out of his pockets, and they're throwing money around at each other. It's starting to turn like a money fight. The Beatles have been forgotten. Some of them have flown away. Reginar, as you look at the eye, on the back of the eye casing, there is a symbol which you will grow to be familiar with in several months / weeks' time. It is a strangely stylized T, and you've seen it around Melded. It is the Tulsa symbol. Prophitatron appears to have been a weird amalgamation creature made by Eland Mask and Zarg Muckerberg, who is himself also a robot. It's like a Tony Stark Voltron situation, but if Tony Stark was also a robot. No one has seen Zark since he was convicted of war crimes.
Well, that's at least...
Which is what needs to happen to Mark Zuckerberg, so, sue me. He doesn't have Twitch or Twitter, that's where I spend all my time. In other news, the Science and Sorcery group chat is moving over to Signal, because we can no longer use WhatsApp!
What's the kakapo doing?
It's
I imagine
it's
just like
drunk its latte. It is looking up at you adoringly. I mean, like slightly up, like this much.
a little bit. I want to give it.
It's in love with you,
Oh,
Reginar. Yes.
well,
It's never
regardless-
seen anyone its own height.
See,
There's not a lot of halflings in Melbourne, strangely enough. At least not near this kakapo.
I'm gonna give it because I don't feel like Reginar would like realize this.
Marry a kakapo? Oh, yes.
I'm not marrying a kakapo. Where did this all go? I'm still gonna give it the address for Siegfried's. Because it needs to be rescued. Like it needs to leave here.
Yeah.
So I just give it like a little bit of parchment with the address for Siegfried.
It takes it in its beak, and it kind of chirps. I don't know what noise kakapos make. The woodpecker, and the woodpecker kind of like, it's still not feeling great. It's not 100% yet, and kind of hops onto the kakapo, and the kakapo starts waddling out the door.
What are the names of the woodpecker and the kakapo? We need to do
Ooh, we'll need names for them. I'd like to think they both now live at the zoo. Then Reginar goes to visit them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Right.
I want to call the kakapo Pato. P-A-T-O.
P-A-T-O.
Does anyone want to give the woodpecker a name?
Any suggestions in the chat? Or Jazz? I think we should name the woodpecker Blanche, because it's like white, which is like ivory.
Yeah. My mind went blank. I forgot what words were.
We could also have just named it Blank. That's
I'm just imagining, like, for some reason with the name Blanche, that I imagine it like being like an older woodpecker with like a purple rinse hair.
This woodpecker actually, we will discover this later, this woodpecker was actually on the woodpecker version of the Golden Girls.
Whoa.
Celebrity woodpecker. She's been missing for months, like everyone's been so worried about her. She's one of the most famous woodpecker actresses.
They're meant to be in another room in this manner. Not the one room.
Alright.
Shall we take a break?
Let's take a break there. We still need to kill. I have been saving him for last. Shanlon Scortald. I don't know why I'm in charge. It's fine. I like it. We will return shortly. I am the Overlord. That's true. We will return shortly as our heroes set off to fight the evil leader of Spice Corp, Shanlon Scortald. We'll see everyone back here in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. See you back in 5 minutes.
Awesome. See you shortly, folks. Old ads, but enjoy.
Preparing battlegrounds, level ones in the crowd. Not many are allowed, one crit could bring them down. So squishy from the mold, they're weak but very bold. Took hours to propose, but seconds to dispose. Who starts this alone, you sadist? Yeah, they'll gain ground to great dust. Oh, it's too easy. better flee. Preparing battlegrounds, level ones in the crowd. Not many are allowed. One crit could bring them down. So squishy from the mold. They're weak but very bold. Took hours to propose, but seconds to dispose. Who starts this alone? You sadist. Yeah, they'll gain ground to great dust. Oh, it's too easy. Killing off a player's level 1 PC. No longevity. Falling off too high a tree. No more HP. No more HP. You better flee. No more HP. No more HP. No more HP. Preparing battlegrounds, level ones in the crowd. Not many are allowed. One crit could bring them down. So squishy from the mold. They're weak but very bold. Took hours to propose, but seconds to dispose. Who starts this?
And we are back to kill.
You okay? You're in a whole other world now.
I am so tired.
I'll take over.
I was trying to think, where did we leave? We were in the endangered species racing circuit room.
Yeah.
And we had just killed Profitatron. Hello, if you're just joining us, I promise you this all makes sense if you know what happened the past hour and a half. Where are we going next, Sam? What's our next room? I feel like we might not immediately find Shanlon's Scortald.
No, I feel at this point there's going to be a bit of a...
I don't think so. And no one's really noticed that Profitatron has died.
He does this every party.
It's because he's made of Tulsa parts.
Yeah, they're used
Except
to it.
this time, you have properly killed him. You've taken out the one important bit. They put it in the eye for some reason, and it just, you have it now. So without that, they won't be able to fix them.
Perfect.
But clearly weird things are happening at this party, and it seems that Shanlon Scortald might have noticed, and either he's hidden away somewhere, or he's having some secret spice meeting where he just does a lot of drugs with his friends in one of the in rooms 6 and 12, which are secret.
Knowing the character that this character is based on, that sounds about right. Probably like off doing drugs somewhere.
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna go and like have to find out some information as to where Shanlin, is it Shanlin?
Shanlin scored halt, yes.
Shanlin.
Yes.
Don't want to say the wrong thing.
No, then we might get sued.
For the
As long as we're in the
highest-
realm of parody, it's fine.
we don't want it. We don't want like the highest earning account on Twitch to come after us.
No, please. You can come on the stream.
Yeah. Sam
Explain
Riegel.
yourself. I mean, be our friend. Where are we going, Sam?
We are heading into. Oh no.
Oh no.
This sounds fun.
We head through like a big pair of like double doors, like just running through, and we find ourselves like unable to see very much, because we're running through bubbles. We're running through a big wall of bubbles. We have entered into a foam rave.
Oh no. Oh,
we
the
are in
sharks
a-
love foam raves. Oh god, they might frenzy again.
We
This
have
is
ended up
bad.
at a foam party. But if you take like a inhale, like if you've ever been to a foam party
Yes.
and inhale, and it tastes like truffles. So this is a truffle infused foam party. This room, and there's just like proper thumping techno. And DJ Khaled is not in this room. I'm going to say that one of our other characters is going to be DJing like
Shall I
proper
roll?
techno in. If someone could roll a d10.
That is a 6.
So you have got on the decks Dr. Drill, who is a Mandrill TV doctor. And
Who
Dr.
is a
Drill
quack.
is dressed like an old-timey
This
farmer.
actually works perfectly.
It does, it works.
This works so well.
So yeah, Dr. Drill behind the decks. I guess we're gonna have to find our way through this foam party and have to look for information on Shanlin.
It's a good job I'm in this costume, otherwise my fur would be so damp right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good enough music for this.
It
Like,
is not. No, I'm trying to
I'll find something.
You find some music, because this is like the warm up to the rave, but we're past the warm up.
this
It's
is
now
good.
like at least 11 o'clock. We've killed 3 people. We're meant to kill 2 of those people. The sharks are unstoppable. We've made so many animal companions. We found a place to live.
Yeah, it's
A
great.
lot's
This is
happened.
going
A
really
lot's
well
happened
today.
in the evening. If you're just joining us, that's a very quick recap.
Totally.
Reginar has another
Totally.
cursed item. We'll see if that comes up at some point during the game. At any point in Melded. We'll find out. Maybe we'll trick
God, there
Doom
was
for
something
all
I
of
wanted
it.
to do in that racing circuit, and I've just forgot. I'm not going to say what it was, but I've just completely forgotten. I was going to try and do it.
Alright. Okay, so the Dr. Drill is dressed like an old-timey farmer. I like to think that he is dressed like the farmer from the American Gothic painting.
What with the big pitchfork?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like also a straw hat, just because.
Nice.
It's actually, he is wearing Jacobin Risa's Morgoth's scarecrow costume straw hat. He stole it. And
Oh,
he
he's
is...
such a menace, isn't he?
Yeah.
Dr. Drill.
Yeah, I mean, we all know mandrills can't be trusted. Fight me, primatologists.
What are we doing?
Alright. Lavinia's not happy being in foam. This isn't really her vibe. And she doesn't like how little she can see. I mean, she can see quite far in the dark, but the bubbles are just obscuring everything. And I think she might, I'm just gonna check her spells actually, she might cast a spell. if you want to do something while I have a look. Actually, Lavinia's just gonna cast Calm Emotions on herself, because she's really uncomfortable right now.
Let's make her more uncomfortable.
Oh no.
Reginar, sensing that Lavinia needs to feel more included in the group because, like, you've got your place to live, was going to turn to Lavinia.
She doesn't know she's been invited yet.
Yeah, we're building up to it.
Yes.
He's going to turn to Lavinia and go, dance off.
No. I'm not wearing,
Yeah.
I'm not wearing my hat.
What? You need a hat for this? Like, that is a bullshit.
I don't dance unless I'm wearing my hat, which is it's embarrassing, honestly. It is a magical hat.
Okay.
It is a magical hat that has been erased. Oh no, there it is. That was erased from my inventory. It's a hat of paradise.
Okay.
So it makes me able to do like Latin style dances. It also gives fruit. It didn't go with the costume, so I left it at home. I'm not a performer. I know you're a very famous bard and everything, but and you told me you were on a band, but I'm not a performer.
I'm gonna cast.
The sharks at this point are dancing. They're doing the Katy Perry backup dancer dances.
Left shark.
They're all left shark.
I
They're actually, for the audience watching, I don't actually have a hat right behind me. They're all in my closet. I'm not getting one right now. Also, I have headphones on. Not happening tonight, guys. I don't have a hat with fruit on it either. I still need to make that happen.
Reginar is gonna cast motivational speech on Lavinia.
What is the casting time for motivational speech?
Casting time.
Yes. Just out of curiosity. Is it one of those ones where it's like 10 minutes?
No, it's just one action.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, no, it doesn't last whatever.
Okay, good. Okay, what does this do?
So, oh no, sorry, it's a 1 minute one rather than, yeah, sorry, that was the wrong one that came up.
If you can give me a motivational speech, Sam, I'll let Lavinia fail the save.
So, Lavinia, you haven't known us for very long.
No, we met yesterday when you were
24
all
hours.
nearly dead.
But you came to our aid at the time when we needed it most. We had just gotten rid of the Organ Man. We'd caused an apocalypse. We'd befriended a sentient door. And most importantly of all, we'd helped Beryl, who you might know as Tracker. But I got to know Beryl really well. And
Right. And that's the beaver who asked you to kill these people, right?
yes,
Right.
and I think I speak for all of our group. Me, Dream, Boomslang, who's throwing up somewhere, when I say that from the moment we met you, you were one of us.
Right.
And I feel like we've made a great friend already. When you know you just click with someone.
Uh-huh.
But there's only one way for us to really know. And that is for the dance off. And I know that you feel
You're
like
not gonna make me join your band, are you?
I feel like you feel the need to have that hat as a comfort, as a mask. Well, you don't need the hat. You don't need the fruit. You don't need to even do Latin dancing. You can freestyle.
I only know
Sometimes
Swedish
freestyling
freestyle.
is just the way to go.
I
It's so
only know
freeing.
Swedish freestyle. For you, Reginar, because we're in this together at least. I don't know yet if I'm gonna talk to you once this is over, because frankly, this has been a weird night so far. And yesterday was a weird day. Yes,
Dream
thank
is
you,
in
Dream.
the background.
I
Maybe
will
it's all
try.
around you.
I will roll a performance roll for Lavinia. We'll see what happens. It's a natural one.
Congratulations.
+0.
Dream, are you going to come and dance with us as well?
I am.
Would you like to roll a performance check as well?
Yeah. Okay. It's an 18.
18, pretty good.
Yeah, because it's a
Cat's got
charisma.
moves.
Or no, yeah, it's a charisma check, Sam.
Hmm?
It's a charisma check. Of course, the warlock's good at it.
And for Reginar, it is a 27.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you want to describe the dancing, the discrepancies?
In the background, you hear this, like, definitely not copyrighted music. As we all head up on the dance floor. And, Dream, you are, like, killing it with these cat-like moves that come out of nowhere.
Well,
Not
dressed like a
expecting it
horse.
at all. Like, so much athleticism. A couple of backflips. Reginar with 27, like, no one expected his halfling to be able to pull off the moves. He's like 80. Like, this is not, like, really struggling. Like,
When did
stuff like that.
Reginar become 80?
I don't know. I cannot honestly remember what age this, like, little grumpy bastard is.
He's like 40 something in Crystal Catacombs. And like maybe
like
50-ish.
We're in somewhere in this timeline. But with the song on is breakdancing. And Lavinia tries the moonwalk.
Lavinia
And
tries a moonwalk, yes, as she moonwalks straight into Granny Treacle Pie.
Oh no.
The owner of Granny Treacle Pie's Family Remedies, who steals all of her recipes from other witches and sometimes cuts up people to make meat pies.
Oh god.
And Granny Treacle Pie, because Lavinia is quite large, and she wildly throws her arms back, and Granny Treacle Pie goes flying. And she's not happy about it. And Lavinia immediately goes, I knew that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that was bad. And I say that Granny Treacle Pie went flying. She started flying and then she just fell flat because Lavinia is a sentinel feat, so any creature hit with an opportunity attack speed becomes 0 for the rest of their turn. So she just kind of landed where she fell. Lavinia's helping her up, as very old, frail-looking lady.
Lavinia, that's elder abuse.
I told you I can't dance without the hat.
No, don't tell yourself that. It's not the hat. It's the bubbles. The bubbles are the problem here.
I don't like bubbles.
You should have said that.
I'm so sorry, Granny Treacle Pie. I know you're not a very nice person, but I didn't mean to knock you down on the dance floor.
Fuck her. Oh,
Excuse me, young man!
Set the sharks so they'll be fine.
The sharks are still dancing.
Oh.
That's very rude of you! You should respect your elders!
you know what else is really rude? Like stealing stuff from other witches. I've heard about you.
Well, go fuck yourself! He just turns around and walks off, dancing amidst the bubbles.
Well, that got rid of them. Really.
She was dressed, for those wondering, like a black and white cat.
Where is she going?
She is going. I feel like there's a punch like table, like with punch and other drinks on one side. It's like near the DJ booth where Dr. Drill is. Dr. Drill is now just like hooting. It's just doing like a like monkey scream.
Occasionally, I heard.
Yes. Yeah. So she's headed that way. And Lavinia is like making her way to the edge of the crowd as well, trying to get out of the fray before the sharks attack someone again.
Reginald still just kind of like he was shouting those insults whilst breakdancing, and it was still just ongoing.
Okay.
Dream.
What's Dream doing?
Dream is
Okay. just an update. Khalil is alive. He was stuck on a motorway.
Well done.
So
Come join us.
I think
Like-
he might still be on a motorway, but just so no one worries, he's alive.
Okay, good.
Dream, what were you doing?
Maybe just wondering, where's Boomslang? Suddenly realised that
I feel like, does Boomslang have sending as a spell? He regains consciousness. Boomslang sends a message. That just goes, hey, Reg, think the trip's ended. You lock me in the room. I can't get out of the room.
It's fine. We'll be home soon. Just like
Okay, I'm gonna do more drugs.
no.
No, I stashed some in here before you lock me in. I'm gonna do those drugs now, okay?
No. Like take. Like,
Okay, bye.
Drink the water.
Love you, bye.
Got bills on the sending. Just turn to Dream and Lavinia and go, we're gonna have some mess to clear up when we get home.
I'm not clearing it up.
I genuinely, all three of you were nearly dead yesterday when we met, so I'm pretty sure I can handle it.
I was fine. It's just a bit
I don't know.
stressed.
I don't
The
know.
other two, you were the sensible one.
It's
I always am.
you say you can handle it. You've not seen the bathroom after Boomslang's been there.
He seems like a nice boy. He kept trying to show me this picture of his
Don't look at it.
Yeah, don't
Is
look
she
at
really
it.
ugly?
No,
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 and don't say that.
no. You
What's
you
wrong
just
with her?
scream for like 10 minutes.
Couple of nosebleeds. Yeah,
Yeah.
I still haven't done it. I'll look at it in a few weeks.
I'm just not gonna ask any more questions. Who can we ask about Shanlon Skortald? Who is Shanlon Skortald's best friend? Tell us, Sam. Who is it?
No. Nope. Nope. Same number again. 3 2s in a row. Come on.
Look, we've met Utror. He was a weird dwarf. We don't need to see him again.
So, Shanlon's good friend, Karen,
Yes.
the goddess of homeopathy.
Oh, not Karen. Oh no. Oh, I think you might have to go talk to her without me.
Why? You met Karen before?
Well, she's a goddess, right? And I'm a cleric. And my IKEA, my goddess, doesn't do, it's not really healing. It's more of like a building, shark-based religion. But I went to this cleric convention, and because Karen's stuck in Melded, she showed up as well. Even though she's not a cleric, she's a goddess, and she shouldn't have been there. And we got in a big argument because she genuinely believes that people should use rosemary essential oil to heal all their problems. And this is an actual science fact that Dagmar's telling you now. Rosemary essential oil is highly toxic, so don't use it because it can kill you. And yeah, she's always talking about these silver solutions, and there was this pandemic, and she was telling people to drink bleach. This might have been before you got to Melded. It was a bad time.
What's bleach?
Everyone in her church, basically, they just drink bleach, and it's really bad, and I may or may not have punched her in the face and broken her jaw. So
Great.
I can find out where she is, but probably you want to do the talking there.
Meanwhile, we hear there's just like shouting from the bar, where you just hear a woman's voice going, "I want to speak to the manager." Well, I think we fucking found her.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's Karen. I haven't met Karen, so I don't know what she looks like.
Karen... she's got this haircut that's like longer in the front and really short in the back, and she wears big sunglasses. And she wears these weirdly printed leggings from a brand called Lella Lumen. Yeah. I think that's also a cult drink. Don't join that one. It's bad quality. I got Lululemon and LuLaRoe mixed up, but who gives a fuck? They're both cults. I think I did just hear her, but I think she might have left.
Is that wishful thinking that she's left?
I think that's we need to go into another room to follow her, to talk to her.
Where could she possibly be going? Jazz, do you want to grow a
roll
d20?
a d20?
Da, da, da. Let's see what we get. 1.
Yes!
Alright, another 1.
We open the door that we just heard, that was near where we just heard Karen's voice.
Can I jump in and say that we all need to make dexterity saves?
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Sure. 20.
You're just rolling 20s tonight, Jazz.
Nice.
No, I mean 17s. I'm rolling 17s.
No. Lavinia rolled an 8. No, she just wipes out.
So, Reginar and Dream are absolutely fine because these doors go open. There is just a drop.
Yeah. And Lavinia was up front.
We managed to stop ourselves as
And she
Lavinia
just
and the
plummets.
sharks go falling, and they land in a Scrooge McDuck style pit filled with gold coins. So we're in the Scrooge McDuck room.
At this point, Lavinia, she's very tired at this point. This is all the people she didn't want to see are here, and she kind of knew this was gonna happen. And someone made her dance, and it didn't go well, and she slapped a granny, and now she's flailing in this money. But it is quite dark in here, and she's just done. So she's going to use her Steps of Night ability to just fly up into the air.
Nice.
And she just kind of hovers right above the money and goes, "Can we make this quick, please? I don't like this room."
Reginald just thinking to himself, like, I feel like that could come in really useful in the future.
He picks up that eye socket and just looks at the T symbol. And then puts it away. He's like, I'm having like deja vu, but from the future.
Well, we do have like Granny like treacle pie dressed as a black cat. So like she just walks past twice, giving me deja vu.
She jumps into the pool. She had gathered the tabby cat that was the Scottish Wildcat, and she's dancing with it.
Oh no.
The cat looks disturbed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna jump in and of course land on my feet.
Of course you do. Okay. Karen is... Did you want to voice Karen, Sam?
I don't know that I do, to be honest.
Okay, I can do it, because Lavinia said you should do the conversation, so she's kind of like hovering near the edge of the muddy pits. Well, so then I told the hairdresser that really, I don't think you should tip anyone, because let's be real, they should get paid enough, and really most of the time their work's not good enough to get extra money. And then if they can't afford their groceries, I mean, that's their own fault for being poor, isn't it? They should honestly just get involved with my business, where I give people essential oils, and then they sell those essential oils to other people, and then they sell the essential oils to more people, and then you recruit your friends to also sell essential oils for you.
Is
and
that a cult?
It's not a cult,
Yeah.
and it's not an illegal pyramid schemes, because those are illegal, so it can't be a pyramid scheme.
But it sounds like
It's called Live Younger, and it is all the rage in a place called Utah.
Utah sounds like a cult place. Sorry, anyone who's in Utah is listening.
I think most people from Utah who would be listening would agree. And also the guy who founded Younger Living, the actual multi-level marketing scheme, drowned his own baby in a hot tub, so don't buy their products. Fun fact. Not really.
Wow.
You get hit in the head by a tree as a child, so it might not entirely be his own brains.
So you're saying it's the tree's
there.
fault?
No, I'm saying he. Don't let trees find your children, is what I'm saying. Parenting advice with Dagmar. Were you interested in joining, dear? I've got some samples.
No, I've already joined a pyramid scheme.
It's not a pyramid scheme. Those are illegal.
I just like to limit them to one. Just one. One per universe.
Well, you'll make more money if you join multiple.
I have a cult, so I've joined. It's fine.
It's not a cult. Do you want to join?
No. No, I want to talk to you. Reginar, talk to her.
She just called Reginar Little Man.
What was that?
She just called Reginar Little Man. She turned to Reginar and went, do you want to join Little Man? So I don't know how Reginar will respond to this.
Pauses. Tell me more about your scheme.
Very good. Okay, so we only sell 2 things. Well, 3 sometimes. So we have our rosemary essence, which everyone says it's so good, it's like it's toxic, but it's not toxic. And you just put a few drops on your tongue or in your wounds, and they just heal up just like that. But you do have to believe that it will work for you. And then the other thing we do is we have our silver solution, and basically we take some silver and some arsenic and some mercury and some other substances which some people say are toxic, and we dilute them down with lots and lots of water. And this is all based on the teachings of a guy who had malaria, and then he took quinine, and he had an allergic reaction to the quinine, but it did cure his malaria, but he thought that he had to take poisonous things to cure his diseases. But he was right, you do have to take poisonous things to cure his diseases. So yeah, there's no actual silver in it, but the power of the silver is still in the solution.
Reginald's just going to go at this point and say, Dagmar, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
That is an 8, and I am going to throw myself out the window. But all of the things I have just said about the invention of homeopathy are true.
Karen, the homeopathic goddess, is now covered in a cloud of fleas.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh, I do have something. So if you're spontaneously covered in fleas, I do have something for that as well. So this is bleach. And she just takes out a gallon jug of industrial cleaning bleach.
Where did you pocket that?
These leggings have such big pockets. I'll tell you all about Lala Lumen later. But basically, if you suddenly find yourself covered in fleas, all you need to do is you need to pour the bleach over your head. And she does. And then the fleas
before it goes,
don't like this.
I want to cast animal friendship on the fleas.
Okay.
So I need you to roll a wisdom save on the fleas.
That's a 9.
So all of these fleas are now my friends.
Yes. They're about to be drowned in bleach.
Before they get drowned, I'm going to go, jump, lads! And have them all just jump off.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, and see, this is the power of bleach. You don't even need to use it. You just need to act like you're gonna use it, and it will cure anything.
Anything happening to Karen at this point? Or
she just keeps talking about bleach.
Can we kill
and
her?
about how impressive the bleach powers are.
Can we kill her?
She's a little itchy.
If we're not killing, can we just lightly stab her or something just to shut her up, please?
Well, I feel like at this point, now that the fleas are fine, I'm going to send them back again.
Okay.
But I'm going to send them very specifically.
Okay.
So I'm going to make these fleas head towards her ears.
Okay.
And
Outside or
stop them,
inside?
wherever they like to go. They have
As
free
someone
reign
who
on
has
them.
had an actual beetle in her ear, it's not pleasant, and that's where the fleas are going.
Oh.
So fleas off they go.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh god! Okay, and now we're gonna pour the bleach into my ears. And can one of you hold the bleach, please? The bleach is like spilling everywhere because she'd already taken the cap off.
Maybe this would be a good opportunity to ask her questions before she does this.
What we ask them?
Can't remember what were you here for.
Well, we want to know about Shanlin Scott Hall.
Where can we find Shanlin Scorthold? Because apparently this is his best friend.
Somehow. Hey, Kara, before you do that, can you tell us where Shanlin, what's in my face is?
Oh, you want to talk to Shan? Yeah, of course. So he is in the massage parlor.
Of course he is.
Next to the champagne swimming pool. Yeah. So if you leave that room, go to your right, then go through the high stakes casino, and then the champagne swimming pool's on your left, and then you want on the right is the massage parlor. So that's where he'll be with he's doing cocaine. Can you please pour the bleach into my ears now? Thank you.
Sure.
Are you directing the fleas again?
Yeah, I was gonna say like Dream is just like on with this big bottle of bleach and like Reginar's just like
Most of the fleas, because I assume Dream isn't actually being all that careful.
No.
So a lot of the fleas do manage to like jump ship. And
fleas.
I don't know what happens if you pour bleach on a flea. They might be fine.
You might disintegrate, I don't know.
Yeah.
Google it.
What happens when you bleach a flea?
Live Psycom coming straight at you.
Look, Psychom's just being... Okay, so bleach can kill flea eggs.
Right.
They're not
But not
fleas,
fleas.
they're indestructible.
Oh no, it does kill them on contact.
Oh.
Thanks, Quora. I don't know if I trust you.
We're not using like no. Like
That's
hashtag not
Psychom
Psychom.
practice. Don't use fucking Quora.
Wikipedia.
Use
That's fine.
Wikipedia.
Okay.
No.
Okay, if a flea ingests bleach,
Right.
the flea will die.
Don't drink it, lads.
Okay. And they go, yes, oh benevolent lord, who brought us into being.
I am the cult leader now.
And you're the one who knocks. Reginar's got so many titles.
I'm the boss. Yeah.
And you're also, the uplifter for Echo. Don't forget that.
Yeah. Yep. And as I keep telling Sam, I think Reginar is the real big bad of the Science and Sorcery multiverse.
As a very small man, I feel like that is why I'm looking after all the little ones.
I think it's because you can't feel power otherwise, because everything else towers over you. So you manipulate the little things because the big things won't listen.
Reginar casts Witch Bolt at Dakmar.
Sam is once again fired. It is now just the two of us. Jazz, how are we killing Sam? I mean Shan.
Whoa!
I still have the power.
Bleach there is. I'll probably do it, right?
All right. Shall we head to this massage parlor then?
Massage parlor through the casino.
Yep. Okay. So we leave the room. We enter the high stakes casino where all the bets are tied to the actual stock market for lols, as Alex wrote on the list.
I think that nothing of consequence really happens in the
No,
the
we just
stock market.
we know where we need to go now.
Yeah.
And we walk. We ignore the champagne swimming pool, as lovely as this sounds to Dagmar. Probably less so to Lavinia. The sharks would love it. And we enter the steamy confines of the massage parlor, which is steamy because it is staffed by Jinn. mostly fire djinn, because obviously those are the ones you want massaging you, because they've got warm hands. You don't want like water djinn and stuff, because that's wet.
It's not relaxing.
It's not really. No. It's not great. So, and the first djinn we see is a very muscular djinn who looks a bit like Fabio from the covers of all the romance novels. Who is the main one is a real man named Fabio who like did most of the modeling for like early romance novels. All my random knowledge is coming out
where is this coming from?
I don't know. I think it's from a time when I did a live reading of a passage from a romance novel that I found on Tumblr, which described a man's galloping abs. And I did this live reading in the pub for my friends, and we all loved it. And then we looked up Fabio because he was on the cover. So Fabio, you now all know this, or at least of him. And this djinn looks like a romance novel protagonist. Long flowing flames for hair. Like he's got too many abs. You don't know how this works. There's more abs than there should be on his body. He's got like abs on abs, and he's got really white teeth, and he just does like the devilish smile. He goes, "Are you here for the massage?"
Don't fucking touch me.
I think that is a no. This is massage parlor. Where would you like to go then?
We're looking for Shanlin.
Ah, you want to talk to the big boss?
I don't think he's a big boss. I heard he's quite a little boss.
Oh, well, he is bigger than you.
He's a gnome.
I think officially gnomes are taller than halflings in D&D stats.
Let's not get into those semantics. I'll get out my tape measure.
Okay, Fabio the djinn. Oh my goodness, Sam's fired again. Quick succession. I say this as the person who earlier today invented the what was it? The
No,
fuck
we're not
cleric?
getting into that. No,
We're not getting
we're just-
into it.
no,
but I
no,
fired myself.
No.
Okay. Fabio the djinn steps aside, and you see lying on a massage table, like face inside the pillow with the whole thing, with 3 separate djinns massaging, like one for each hand and one massaging like his butt, is Shanlin's Gortald, a leader of Spice Corp. He is still dressed like a rooster.
And getting a massage. Okay.
I'm getting a massage. He's got like the shirt and the hood on.
Okay.
He is naked from the waist down. There's a towel,
Okay.
but you assume he is naked under the towel. This also all tracks with things that have happened on Critical Role, I'm just saying. What does Shanlin say as we approach?
All right.
I don't know what I was expecting, but that wasn't it. Are you Shanlin Scortalt, the leader of Spice Corps?
That'll be me.
Have you got something stuck in your throat?
No, I've drank too much bleach. I know, Karen. No.
Oh yeah, no, that's not good for you. Listen, my friends and I, we were hoping to talk to you in private, without all the masseuses. We've got some things that might interest you.
This sounds suspicious.
It is. We're doing crimes.
Crimes, you say?
Yes.
Crimes are right up my alley.
Well, that's why Karen told us you would be dying to hear about this.
She shouldn't be saying things like that.
Well, no, we thought she would want to do crimes, but she keeps insisting she's not a criminal, and then she said we should go to you.
And she's dead anyway.
She's not dead, she's just covered in bleach.
It's about the same thing, really, innit?
It's worse when you drink it, though, isn't it?
Aye.
I apologize. I was just wishing she was. She talks a lot.
Yes.
I think she needs to pour that bleach in her ears.
Dream did do that, actually.
Yeah, I did do that, yeah.
Her ears were filled with fleas.
You poured bleach in your own ears.
Not me.
In Karen's ears.
Right, okay.
Yes, but we have, a proposition for you.
That's normally what happens in these massage parlors proposition.
Not that kind of proposition.
Oh. Disappointing.
Well, I mean, Reginar might be up for something. I don't know.
No,
I just
I
met
fucking
these
wouldn't.
I get the impression Dream doesn't like to be touched, but I don't know what Reginar's deal is. He is a bard, after all. That might be stereotyping. Anyways, we wanted to tell you that what was your friend's name again, Reginar? Dream? Your with the teeth
Boomslang.
and the wood? No. Boomslang's the one who's on drugs.
Barrel.
Probably would object to
Beryl.
yes, Beryl. She just wants to say that she hopes you die of gonorrhea, and Lavinia is going to put her hands out and cast Harm, which does 14d6 necrotic damage. And I like to think, this is the opposite of the heal spell. I like to think. So if you want to roll a con save for Shanlin, Sam.
Here's me trying to make a quick character sheet.
No, we're just killing him, Sam. We're just killing him.
That's a 5.
Yeah, I like to think I'm not gonna roll 14d6. I could roll 14d6 necrotic damage.
Yeah,
Hold
do
on.
it.
Yeah, hold on. Where's my spell gone? There it is. Oh, the noise of all those dice rolling. That is 63 points of necrotic damage, and I'd like to think one of Shanlin's arms just falls off.
What the hell, my arm?
Yes, so I don't actually know what her problem with you is, but I, as a cleric, think you were one of the worst people alive, and we've already killed some of your friends, and now we're gonna kill you, so sorry, but also not really.
Damn.
What's can I just ask, what is your problem with me?
Well, why do you use orphan puppy tears to lubricate your manufacturing plant?
It's a good laugh, innit?
Use magical WD-40 like a normal person.
We've done some research, and actually puppies' tears is better than WD-40.
No, it isn't. I read that study. It's all fabricated data.
Nah, do your own research, YouTube.
I did. I followed... you got your information from Josh. From Rogan Josh, didn't you? Because I followed Professor Slim's research, and that is actually peer-reviewed empirical evidence that magical WD-40 works so much better. They killed a velociraptor with it.
I can't believe you just assume it would be Rogan Josh. That guy's a prick.
Oh, well, who? I'm sorry. Who did you get your information from then? Eland Musk?
Martin Shkreli.
Oh, well, that man is also a piece of shit.
He ended up in prison for no good reason.
No, he deserved to go to prison just from keeping the Wu-Tang Clan from the people. And also the price gouging. I genuinely forgot what Martin Shkreli went to prison for a second.
I think I need to just walk away right now.
At this point, off the dream has gone.
I Imagine the dream did at that point just leave the room for a second.
Because of what you've just done with that necrotic damage and the fact that Shanlin has lost his arm,
Yes.
is going to try and attack back.
Please say he was gonna try to grapple me.
No, he like in his head, like as he imagined that he was gonna go Shanlin's hand, and he now doesn't have the hand that he would use to do that, so it's
No.
just gonna go Shanlin's foot, and
Sam, you're on thin ice.
and try to kick you, but at the same time cast Shatter.
Oh, okay. That's is that a con save?
Con save, yeah.
Alright. Shatter would technically get all three of us though, because it's quite a wide
Yes.
radius.
Yeah.
I keep rolling so shit. Okay. That is a 12, so I'm guessing I'll fail that. What level Shatter is this, Sam?
This
I
is
assume he's going to kill.
yeah, like properly, like you've just like made his arm fall off.
Oh, I know.
This is going to be at 7th level.
Oh, gee. Okay, that's higher than the harm spell. That's only 6, because I'm assuming I've taken Lavinia back to level 12.
So everyone takes 38 points of damage.
That's just
Okay,
rude.
well, that's honestly nothing to Lavinia.
Yeah, also nothing to dream, but still.
It's half of Reginar's hit points.
This is why you make the cleric also a tank, so she can always heal.
Okay.
Also relentless endurance, so, you know, we'll be fine.
Okay, then I would like to go.
Yep, go for it.
I'm going to cast Negative Energy Flood.
Oh, wow.
Yes!
So that's
Oh, I love this spell. I think I recommended you pick this spell for Dream.
yes. Okay, that's 34.
Necrotic as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, but you got to do a con save.
Another con
Saving
save
throw.
for Shanlin.
Yep. Massively fails.
Okay, it's a
Cool,
good-
great. So
Alright. What's Reginar doing?
Well, how much damage did the necrotic damage do?
In total, he's taken like 80 points of necrotic damage at least. Actually, no, like 100. It was 60 something for my spell. I can
Okay,
check it.
if we
yeah, I
are
can't vote for.
if in this situation, because he is gnome bard, I would say that reflects similarly to Reginar.
Yeah, so he'd
So-
be dead.
The question for Dream is, how would you like to do this to Shanlin Scott Hall?
Scortalt.
Okay, I kind of like even. I'll just maybe I just walked off a little bit because my fur was fluffing up underneath the suit, the costumes. I was just trying to
In the steam of the
yes,
the
trying
massage
to
parlor.
just like defluff a bit. But when I came back, I saw him attack Lavinia, and I think we've established pretty early on. Dreams like Lavinia's like my new best friend. Don't hurt her. So just cast the negative energy floods. And just be like, that's for hurting my friend. Just take the guy out. Just I
love
don't know.
it. I like to
Necrotic
think
damage,
the
so-
negative energy flood, because it like floods the person with negative energy, right?
Yeah.
I like to think it's his own negative energy that rises up because he's such an abhorrent person,
I like that. Yeah.
and he just implodes.
Amazing. Yes.
I'm a fucking piece of shit.
Yes, you are.
Okay,
And with that, we have killed the 3 knights of the
I-
Farmageddon.
I'm going to roll a D100, and if it is 75 or higher, I'm gonna say that we are suspicious, like being looked into by the police for murdering 4 people and pouring bleach over a 5th. That
Technically,
is a
shot
56.
Yeah.
We were questioned, after all the bodies were found, but so was everyone else at the party. And it was all covered up because these are really rich people. So we are not under suspicion of several murders. So you're welcome, Alex, for not making you have to deal with 2 possible court cases in based on the prequels.
Yep.
And I think it is safe to say that for the next financial year, everyone will get drastically reduced medical costs. And this is also why Lavinia and I assume Boomslang has healing magic, and possibly Reginar are able to cast simple healing spells without needing to pay insane amounts of co-pays to insurance.
Wow.
There's a job well done.
At that point, because we've not spoken to them at all this evening,
No.
we just like a radio message, because we apparently have radios now, from Tracker going, "Did you do it? Did you do it?
Hell yeah, we did.
Good job. Good job. Your debt's paid."
I didn't have
Fantastic.
one, but this was strangely enjoyable. Anyways, I'm homeless, so I'm gonna go find a place to sleep for the night.
Reginar.
Lavinia, can I call you Lavi?
No.
Okay, Lavinia.
Yes. My annoying cousin calls me Lavi. I hate her.
I'm kind of like the
Stealing
annoying
my
cousin, right?
things. No, she's actually a bitch.
Okay. That's good to know that you don't think I actually am a bitch.
No, I think you might be a psychopath, but you're not a bitch.
Well, I'm
And
just
this is
friendly,
coming from the person who initiated 3 murders.
friendly neighborhood bard with a slight sociopathic side. That's all it is.
Right.
It's fine. I'm starting a band. We were like, our creative juices weren't able to flow when we were stuck with the organ man. Like it all flowed to his organ, and therefore we weren't able to actually work on the music that we
When you
wanted
say
to
flow
work
to
on.
his organ,
You bring into that what you think.
right, okay. He's dead though, right?
He's dead.
Okay, good.
No longer
Because I would
flowing.
kill him just for the fact that you just said that sentence.
But it means that me, Dream, Boomslang,
Yes.
we need a 4th member of our band. All the best have 4.
Right.
What do you say?
I mean, I genuinely think you 3 need someone to keep an eye on you. And I
What are you
don't
talking
think I'm
about?
going to get rid of you if I say no, because you'll just come to me when you need healing after the Battle of the Bands or something. So fine. But the sharks will be doing the dancing, or I get to wear my hat. Or both.
You can. Well, I've told you, you don't need the hat, but
I do need the hat, Reginar.
But
I punched an old lady in the face.
That was an
And
act
yes,
as
she's a
well.
horrible person.
Yeah, she deserved it.
But I don't want to punch a nice old lady in the face.
You don't need a hat to not do that.
I do.
I think the hat's a mask.
We will explore
We'll get
that
you
at a
round.
later
We'll get you
date.
round to this way.
We'll
of
explore
thinking.
that at a later date.
But we've got a place to sleep.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, is Boomslang there? Because I do feel like I need to check in on him. Because he did say he was going to do more drugs, didn't he?
He's in the hostel somewhere. We're going somewhere
We'll
new.
go pick him up?
Yeah, we'll go and pick him
Okay,
up on the way.
just whatever you do, I don't know how long you've been in Melted. I've been here a few years now. Don't get in the Tulsas. They explode randomly. Very dangerous.
2 black cats just walk in front of me again to go, there's something weird about what you've just said. And I know you won't help us with that information in a few weeks' time. Weird. And I guess at that point,
Fade
scene.
to black. As the imploded corpse of Shanlin Scortholt, or whatever his name is, lies behind us.
Oh, you know what that was? Do you know what that should have been?
What?
That was the happy ending.
Sam, you're fired.
Oh, can you fire him and then Kaiko jail him?
Yes. Sam's in jail. I don't think we broke Melba too badly, based on things that have already happened and things that Alec might have planned. We've introduced another cursed item, which I'm hoping will make an appearance. Sam, I've sent you a random list of 100 options for what these things could be.
And also a kakapo and a woodpecker that we're going to have to go visit.
In the zoo, yes.
When are we back for our next one?
When are we back? I think next Monday we need to play some Pokemon.
Yeah, sounds good.
So next Monday, Sam and I will be back for Where the Wild Things Come From, The Return of Dickstring, Part 3, Tokyo Drift. Can't remember where we were. Part 2 will be going up onto YouTube tomorrow because it deleted itself from YouTube and I can't find it, but I found it, so that'll be fine. And then we have our September one-shot has been announced. Technically, we're gonna announce the players very shortly. We will be doing things a bit differently. It's not gonna be live. We're pre-recording this one just to test out that format. So if you want to watch that on, say, I don't know, the 11th of September, support us on Patreon, any level, you'll be able to watch it from then. Otherwise, you'll need to wait until, did we say, Sam, the 16th?
The 16th.
The 16th, yeah. So Patreon donors will get early access. It is going to be chaos. I will be DMing one of the pre-written adventures from the Journeys to the Radiant Citadels book. And all of our players will be randomly generating their characters on the night. Possibly more than one if they die really quickly. And all I can say is I hope we've all got some nice Mexican food to go with the stream once you decide to watch it, because it's just a little hint for the possible setting there. And we'll see you next Monday, and then in 2 weeks' time we will be back with Legend of the Flaming Hatteros, the normal version. Hopefully. If Khalil's not stuck on a highway and Alex has returned from California and I haven't thrown myself into the ocean.
I'll be here. I'll be waiting.
Sam will be here. Sam will go...
I probably would be here.
Yeah. Sam and Jazz are gonna go kill things, probably.
Probably, most likely, yeah.
That'd be great, yes.
Yeah, so that's our lineup. We've got lots of things coming soon as well, so keep an eye on Twitter, and we'll see you next week. Bye, folks.
Bye.